What the F is going on with Matt Reeves' The Batman sequel? Well, we have two updates. One is coming from Warner Brothers. The other is coming from Jeff Snyder on the hot mic. However, I feel that both updates are conflicting with what was reported to us last year in 2024. We have to talk about this, ladies and gentlemen. I got to give you my opinion on this matter. And I'm also going to tell you why I feel Matt Reeves' The Batman 2 continues to face difficulty going into production. Now look, before I get started, do your boy three major favors. I'm trying to hit that big number of 100,000 subs. So I'll be highly appreciative you will help me cross over that threshold by hitting that subscribe button. And after you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell, because YouTube absolutely sucks at notifying subscribers that content creators has uploaded videos to their platform. Hitting that notification bell certainly helps. And don't forget to hit that like button to help me out with that algorithm, baby. Now let's get into today's video. This article is coming from ScreenRant.com. It is titled The Batman 2 Script Update Offered by Warner Brothers. Now, I'm not going to give you the entire article, I'm just going to give you what I need from it. In a new interview with Deadline, Pam Abdy and Mike DeLuca, who are the co-CEOs of Warner Brothers Pictures, were asked about the progress of The Batman 2. However, it appears that the script is still being worked on, as Abdy confirmed Reeves is still working on it, while also nothing she and DeLuca are not in the weeds on Reeves' Batman universe compared to James Gunn and Peter Safran. All right. Quote, we're not in the weeds on the Batman stuff. I had to say it that way because it just sounds crazy. We're not in the weeds on the Batman stuff. It's really James and Peter Safran who run DC. We have a bit of other collaboration with Matt Reeves, but Peter and James know he is a writer, directing, author in his own right. And that will come when he's written his best Batman script and is ready. So Reeves is still writing this whole damn time? What? Don't get me wrong. He took a long time to write the first Batman script. But you should know what you want to do with this character and this world by now. I mean, if you ask me, there's only one logical direction that you can go in with this character. You introduce the Joker, go with it. Just go with it. It should not be this difficult to write a sequel, especially when you have the bones of the original film. It should not be this hard. I mean, think about it. We're going on what, 3 years now? Three years? Do you realize 3 years ago you could have had a baby, right? And that baby now is a toddler. Time has passed. You feel what I'm saying here? Kansas City has won, what, 2 Super Bowls? Time has passed. You should have an idea of what you want to do with this character. Bad enough, you had written him horribly in the first Batman film. And people would say, dude, that was so good. Think about it. Like, this Batman doesn't even know Spanish. The world's greatest detective doesn't know other languages. Think about that. The Penguin had to clarify something for him. He needed to go to the Joker to figure out who the Riddler was. So, with that being said, I do not understand why a sequel is so hard to write. You had no problems with your mistake in the first film. Hell, give us the second film with those same mistakes. All right, now this is coming from Jeff Snyder right here. It says, rumor, The Batman 2 might lose its director if production gets yet another delay. Now, this was published 5 days ago, And that article that I just gave you was published 5 days ago. All right, let's see what Jeff said. Per Hollywood scooper Jeff Snyder on the Hot Mic podcast, Reeves could move on from part 2 if any more delays beset the second installment in his planned The Batman trilogy. There have been rumors that Reeves or someone close to him has been suffering with health issues, causing part 2 delays. Though Snyder wouldn't comment on Reeves' personal situation, he claimed that the Helmer would leave his long gasting project if the filming doesn't begin later this year like he planned. All right, let's see what he said. I think the situation is still unresolved, and that's why things are still unresolved. As far as the Batman, he said, I'll put it this way. I think even though the situation might be unresolved, I would say that if a decision isn't made by the end of the year, if the movie doesn't get up and running by the end of the year, I do think Reeves will exit. So, conflicting reports. As I told you before, right? We have one side claiming that Reeves is still working on it, and we have the other side that is claiming that Reeves is waiting for production to begin. Now, let me tell you what was reported to us last year. Now, this is coming from CBR.com. It is titled, Matt Reeves shares exciting update on the Batman 2. All right. Per Entertainment Weekly, Reeves revealed that the script for the Batman 2 has officially been finished. This was in 2024, September. What we in? April now? So this is almost a full year away. Not quite, but it's a while away. You feel what I'm saying here? So like I said, conflicting reports. Now, you have Mike DeLuca and Sam Abney claiming that Reeves is still writing. And it seems to me that Jeff Snyder is suggesting that Reeves is waiting for production to begin. That something is afoot here. You feel what I'm saying here? If you think about it like this, Matt Reeves' Batman sequel is coming at a wrong time. You have James Gunn, DC Universe, attempting to get off the ground. The longer this Batman sequel takes to come out, the longer James Gunn's DC Universe will be held up. And I'm just keeping it real with you. Even though I'm not excited about James Gunn's DC Universe, you have to be honest here. They don't want conflicting Batmans, just like they didn't want conflicting Supermans. You feel what I'm saying here? So with that being said, Matt Reeves' Batman sequel may be put on a shelf. I just want to prepare you mentally for that. Now, let me tell you why I feel that this film continues to face difficulty going into production. It is because it was never fully planned. It is that simple. Warner Brothers gave you one film that they stole from Ben Affleck and Zack Snyder's DC Universe. And they were successful at it, right? But they didn't know what they were going to be doing afterwards. Matt Reeves didn't know what he was going to be doing afterwards. That's how I feel. That is why this thing is so hard to get off the ground. It reminds me of the Blade reboot situation, right? You delay, and it's because you didn't fully plan it out. Remember, Ali called Marvel Studios for the Blade role. Marvel Studios had no idea that they were going to be doing a Blade movie. Just like Warner Brothers had no idea that they were going to be doing a Batman sequel. And Reeves didn't know neither.